lost doesn't mean that you're off course. It just means you're pioneering a little. Hello everyone, thanks so much for joining me here today. If you're new, I'm Amanda. Welcome to the channel where we are all about shattering the mental health stigma. If you haven't already, please make sure you make sweet love to that subscribe button. Give the bell a few kisses so you're not missing any of this content designed to help you with your mental health or help you help someone else. Today, I'm doing it. I'm going to listen to Phil Collins, In the Air Tonight. I have never heard this song. I know a lot of people aren't going to believe me, but if that didn't make you want to punch me, this should do it. The only exposure I've ever had to Phil Collins was when he did a collaboration with NSYNC in the 90s for the Disney movie Tarzan. I know that a lot of people say he's a legend, but I've just never listened to him. I've never had the motivation, I guess. But Katie, my amazing Patreon, this was her request, and my Patreons get priority song requests, little Zoom calls with me, and so much more. And every single dime goes toward my mental health outreach. So thank you, Katie, for giving me an excuse to see what everyone is talking about when they talk about Phil Collins. Oh, I do remember this song being mentioned in an Eminem song too, but that's all I know about it. So I guess I kind of have a little insight on what it's about. That it's about a guy who could have saved another guy from drowning. That's what the lyric says. So let's see. That's all I know. But we're doing it. We're going in. That's creepy. It gets creepier.
Well, if you told me you were drowning, I would not lend a hand. I've seen your face before, my friend, but I don't know if you know who I am. Well, I was there and I saw what you did. I saw it with my own two eyes. You couldn't wipe off that grin. I know where you've been. It's all been a pack of lies.
This was not at all what Phil Collins sounded like on the Tarzan soundtrack, and I'm in awe. I can understand why y'all think he's a legend. I get it. I think that the refusal to lend a hand immediately sets a tone of this cold detachment, this resentment. They've seen the other person's nature and they no longer feel empathy. I think the repetition of "I saw what you did" suggests guilt and exposure, as though the mask has finally started to slip. I think the final line there, "It's all a pack of lies," lands like a verdict. It's turning this into a confrontation where truth cuts through all of the pretense, and I'm curious as to where the story is going or how this story fleshes out. This is creepy though. I don't know if it's meant to be creepy and unsettling, but the face is really unsettling to me. Just the way it stares at you, almost unblinking, with the shadows. I think that it's really, you know, showing that there's something hiding there. There's something hiding just below the surface there.
And I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord. Well, I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. Oh Lord. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
finally get that unlocked door where you think there's so many options, but it feels like a lot of them are shut off. It feels like you can't figure out where you're supposed to go, and you finally get that one. I think that this section really deepens the song's haunting tension. This mix of foreboding, of anticipation, of emotional retribution. I think the repeated line of "I can feel it coming in the air tonight." I think that that feels prophetic. Obviously, that they sense like this unavoidable reckoning drawing near. That could be death. That could be just some decision that has to be made. There's a lot of different interpretations that could mean. But I think the memory, the confrontation that kind of intertwines, and he's recalling this pivotal betrayal. That's how I'm taking it, as a pivotal betrayal masked by the other person's false composure. I get that from the line where it says, "The hurt doesn't show, but the pain still grows." That captures the quiet persistence of emotional wounds. I think that suggests that both have suffered, but one is hidden behind silence and deceit. And altogether, I think it's a moment of catharsis, long in the making, where this buried truth is finally surfacing, is finally coming to light, can finally be processed and dealt with. I'm not getting the full message, I don't think. I feel like I'm missing something, just based on what I thought the song was about, or maybe there's a finale here. That's a cool transition. Slow fade. Every single time I listen to something like this for the first time, I literally feel like a virgin. I feel so inexperienced. I feel like I just haven't been exposed to the world sometimes. So when people are going, "Were you living under a rock?" Yeah, I kind of feel like it. I kind of feel like it when I go, "How had I never had the pleasure of listening to this man?" I just feel like, what did I just witness? The range his voice has is just amazing, and the pitch that it's at just makes me feel kind of floaty. I understand why this was something that was in the 80s, because the 80s just seemed to be very lighthearted, you know, it very much is on par for that. But that drum beat literally gave me an out-of-body experience, okay? It's like it was crawling under my skin and then just punched out through my heart, and kind of made my heart jump there for a second, even though it's a lot more subtle in some strange way than a lot of songs that I've listened to. A lot, the drum beat just kicks up real fast, or there's just one, you know, real powerful punch. But this one is more subtle, but man, it tore out through my heart. It really made me feel like I was floating outside of my body. But you know what? Eminem lied to me. I either that, or I'm terrible at interpreting lyrics, because I did not interpret this song being about a guy who could have saved another guy from drowning. I think it was kind of more ambiguous than that. Like there didn't seem to be any specific ongoing story. It seemed to be a little more open to interpretation. That's just my opinion. The song sounds familiar, so I must have heard it in passing at some point, but had just never really sat down and listened to it. So thank you so much, Katie, for giving me the opportunity to finally do it. Finally, you popped my Phil Collins cherry. Almost. You almost popped my Phil Collins cherry. But does Tarzan and NSYNC really count? Because I don't think that song really, it's called Trash in the Camp, and I don't think that song really showcased Phil Collins' ability and talent at all. It was a cool song. It was fun and cool, but I just don't think that it really gave what he's capable of the opportunity to shine. So I'm really glad that I finally got to experience that, even if I am a few decades late to the party. Make sure that you're sharing your mental health stories here in the comments. That's how we shatter the mental health stigma, is by talking about it. Give this video a thumbs up, share it. You never know who might need to see it. I do still think that it has so much value in allowing people to process things. This sounds like a song that I would listen to if I was trying to process through something really heavy. So I will see you guys soon. I love you so much. Mwah.